Anthony Joshua is set to defend world titles in unification clash with fellow champion Joseph Parker. Barcelona's Nou Camp will be considered as a possible venue for Anthony Joshua's unification clash with Joseph Parker, says the New Zealander's promotional team. Negotiations for Joshua's world title fight with Parker could be nearing completion, with the British champion's promoter Eddie Hearn hoping to agree a deal within the next 2 weeks for the bout to take place in March or April. Duco Events, who guide Parker's career, are already assessing possible venues to stage the fight, including Barcelona's home stadium, which has an attendance of over 99,000. David Higgins, a director at Duco Events, told Sky Sports, "The reason I threw Barcelona out there is because I know the English love to go to Spain and there will be a lot of expats in Spain. It's a short flight. That stadium is massive. They're not in need of tourists. They probably think they have too many. But if it's off the main tourist season, then it's an economic thing. It would stack up. A lot of English would go for a week in Spain. I'm throwing it out there as a possibility, without having any discussions with them." Duco Events staged Jeff Horn Manny Pacquiao in front of 50,000 fans in Brisbane. "Like I said, we have got a track record. The Jeff Horn Manny Pacquiao fight delivered a massive economic return and was seen, I think, as a wise investment." Quote, "The two heavyweights will carry unbeaten records and 3 recognized world titles into the fight. And Higgins has confirmed that a rematch clause will be enforced by Joshua's team if he suffers defeat." WBO champion Parker has a 24-fight unbeaten record. They said it was the bottom line, the rematch clause. "And if Joseph had been flattened 10 times, I too would ask for a rematch clause," said Higgins. "Joshua does have big commercial pull, so they have every right to expect a bigger share of the pie, which we are giving them. And a rematch clause. We have confidence in our guy Parker and his chin. We think he wins." Quote, Higgins has been invited by Hearn to attend face-to-face talks in England, but is reluctant to travel until he receives more favorable terms. Eddie Hearn gives latest developments on talks for Joshua Parker fight. Eddie Hearn gives latest developments on talks for Joshua Parker fight. "I potentially will go to Britain, but not until I see a concession on their side," he said. "Our view is we're close. We've made all the concessions so far, and I need to see some movement from their side. I like Eddie. I think he's good to work with. He listens and is open to a collaborative approach. He doesn't have an ego problem and he is quite funny. So I see him as a guy the first can work with. If he signals a bit of room to move, then I probably will jump on a plane and brave another English winter." Quote, Joshua has criticized Parker for his approach to negotiations. Joshua has criticized Parker for his approach to negotiations. Joshua appeared to directly criticize Duco Events by referring to Parker's poor PR management. But Higgins believes the champion will now feel inclined to take the fight after being drawn into a war of words. "I think Joshua has no choice but to fight Parker," said Higgins. "He's talked a big game. What did he call himself? The King of Dubai. He was born in Watford. What the hell is the King of Dubai? What is that?" Quote,